Good morning! It is the first day of summer. It's day 20. It's the first day of our summer book bingo. And Mom's starting on hot. I haven't decided whether or not the Thursday Murder Club is going to work for friendship or relax, because it's definitely a relaxing book, a book that I've just been enjoying. But I think it really works so well with friendship, I might have to go for that one, book-wise. Activities, since Mom's doing hot, I'm probably going to do whatever hot activity she's working on, so that's going to happen. Friendship for me is going to happen later on, actually the beginning of July, because turns out I'm going to meet a couple of my booktuber friends for the first time, and so I think that's perfect for friendship activity. So I'm excited to get this started and to start working towards bingos. I'm also ready for a day of not as much reading because I only have an hour and wait, here's my thing. An hour and 50 minutes to read today. It's reasonable. It's reasonable. So an hour for the hour that I'm adding every day. And then if you look at my pickups for last week, I've got 50 minutes. And I've had a lot of people in the comments saying, picking up your phone is not so bad. And I totally agree with you. I think because a lot of times I have been picking up my phone and then just zoning out for long periods of time. I'm also looking at the other side of things. When I pick up my phone for things that are intentional and just being more cognizant in general, I just think that helps me feel like I have a bit more of an understanding of what I'm doing with my time, because time lately has felt like I'm losing it. I don't have a lot of time. I don't have enough time. And it's been getting really frustrating. And so to combat some of that frustration, I wanted to get a good idea of, when am I picking up my phone and it's intentional and it's something that I want to do? And when am I picking up my phone and just playing on it for a long time? And it's like avoidance of things that I don't feel like doing. And therefore, those are the times where I'm like, what happened? I just lost a couple hours, fooling around on my phone. I just want to be more aware of it. I'm not saying that I'm going to change anything about the way I'm using my phone, especially right now. I'm doing all this vlogging. I can't help use my phone a lot right now. And when I listen to my audiobooks, I'm not going to penalize myself for that, for sure. Not at all. It's more awareness that I'm striving for. And I feel like this experiment has had me more aware. I've looked at my pickups each day, and there have been a couple days this week where I've had a lot of pickups, but I've also been using my phone intentionally a lot this week too. So I'm trying to just be more aware of my usage, of what I'm doing, and try and figure out how to find that time that I feel like I've been losing. I'm one of those people that spends a lot of time up here, and I'm very introspective, and it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's so that I can understand myself better and understand the way that I work a lot, and I like doing that. So this is more of an experiment to understand myself a little bit better and what's been going on in my life lately and how I've been handling my stress and how I've been reacting to certain things and what I can do to improve a little bit of my life that I feel I want to work on. So just so you know, I know that it's not a bad thing. I know that sometimes we need that mindless scrolling and mindless doing of things, and I'm still doing that. Don't worry. I'm still giving myself a chance to do some of that. I just want to be more aware of it. Mom's got her little dragon for her bingo board. How cute. That was from one of our advent calendars.
Yes, you gave that to me.
Okay, so, well, actually, this looks kind of cold, but here's Mom's first hot read. The blizzard creature makes me melt.
See, hot, melt.
Yeah, Mandy Spice book. It's very short. And so she decided that her hot stories were going to be Monster Smut. She's reading 3 of them today.
Well, I finished my first hot book, and it definitely was just about making it with a creature. But it was just so silly because, first of all, she's a virgin. Now, how many virgins do you have out in the snow? Second of all, the way they describe things are just like so corny. It was fun. It was really fun.
40 pages, you said, right?
Yep. 40 pages of hot, sinful fun.
Now, this one actually has the word hot in the title. The fire demon makes me hot. Oh my goodness. Final thoughts on your hot reads?
So I read the second book. It was the same as the first. It was a virgin girl and a monster. This one was a demon. And it was a very short story and it was very hot. I don't think I'm going to continue reading the series because it just seems like it's a bunch of short stories that are hot. And I think I fulfilled my square. I get to color it in. It's not my favorite read. I really like a plot. I really like a story. So I don't mind a hot story as long as it's a story and not just smut. So I probably won't continue in this series.
Okay, so it is noon and I have finished my time and I have finished my book. I've completed the Thursday Murder Club and I really, really enjoyed this. I was looking at reviews that other people, especially like people who I follow on Goodreads, have given it, and it was a really mixed bag. There were some really high ratings and there were some really low ratings of people who just could not get into it. It wasn't their thing. And I have to say, I'm one of the really high ratings. I am probably going to give it a 4.5 star. I think that there were issues with pacing. I wonder if it's because this is Richard Osman's first real book. And the pacing issues were the only thing I think that really made the reading process a little like this. But I love, 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 love the characters. I really found the mystery and all the twists and turns, because it would just continue to twist and turn throughout the end. I found them to be really interesting. Everything was very tidy. So Richard Osman was very tidy in the wrapping up of all the loose ends at the end. And maybe it was a little too convenient or too tidy, but I did find everything that I read very interesting. I will say that I kind of guessed at the murders. I kind of guessed what had gone on, but I didn't understand why, and that wasn't something that I could have picked up from the clues. So a lot of times with murder mysteries, I don't know if you're always able to pick up the why from the clues, but sometimes you are. You are able to understand why the murder had happened, the murderer had chosen to do that. In this case, I was able to okay, I see that I was right about the murderer, but I wouldn't have been able to have guessed why the murderer had done what they had done. And so I wouldn't say that that takes away from my enjoyment. It just takes away from my ability to figure it all out while I was reading the book. And so I did really love that there were still secrets that I didn't know about, secrets that I was able to uncover. Really big fan of the characters in this. That was my favorite part. So this is absolutely going to work for friendship. There were quite a few times that I cried because of the strong bonds between people and the love that they felt for each other. But yeah, 4.5 stars. And I can see that as I continue on this series, especially because I love these characters so much, this series could easily become a favorite because of how much I care for not only the characters, but the interest of what they're getting into. Like, I'm very curious about what's going to happen next, what they're going to find next, what they're going to come up against next. They compel me to want to read more. Okay, so mom's ready to roll her next one, and she's decided that she's just gonna count on whatever number she gets. She'll count on and hop along the board. That's what she wants to do. What is that?
Is that 15?
15. You got a lot of hopping to do.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Iced! Oh my gosh.
Your little Yeti one would have worked for that.
Oh my God, yes. An icy summary read.
It doesn't have to be a summary read.
An icy read.
iced. So, oh, remember I said it could also have like foiling on the cover or like, because it'd be like iced, you know, like iced. It could be an old read.
I see something over there on your shelves. Look at Jim Butcher, Summer Night. It's that foil.
Yeah. Oh, because it has the word summer in it.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's Mom's choice. She found this romance called Icing It by Emma Fox. A steamy Why Choose hockey rom-com. Okay, so I want to talk a little bit about next steps, even though I'm currently editing a video and I have a lot of busy work that I need to do right now. But I still want to talk about it. So for the next couple of days, I need to continue on with my 1 week, 1 shelf, and I could go back to Galileo's Daughter, but I really do want to read the next book on the shelf, which is A Curious Beginning by Deanna Raybourn. This is the first book in the Veronica Speedwell series. I know that I won't be able to get it done, especially since we have a visitor coming tomorrow. Like, I won't be able to get it done by Saturday, but I can at least start it and work on this and read as much as I possibly can in the next 2 days, and then continue reading it within the next month, because next month I'm going on a road trip and I can take books with me, and one of them could be this one. So I do want to start it. Yay! Mom's really excited.
Yeah, because I'm going to add that to...
She's going to add it to my blind date with the book series if I didn't actually end up picking it up. So that is going to be one of my books that I'm going to be working on soon. The other thing is I have to read this, right? So I went through and I counted the number of pages and figured out how much I need to read per day. I have to read 53 pages a day, which actually, when I finally sit down and read this, that's not difficult. I can read this story quickly, but I just haven't been making any time for it recently. So I'm going to try and stick to my 53 pages a day going forward. That's how much I have to do today. Can you see it? There's too many little things. I've got to read that much. I don't know how much reading I'll get done with my friend Elisa visiting, because Elisa does read, but she doesn't read as much as we read. So we're going to want to be spending time with her and having fun. But we already have some ideas of some of the fun we can do that will actually fulfill the activities on this, at least 1 or 2 of the activities. So I'm excited about that. I have an idea of what I'm going to do for my hot activity. And yeah, I'm just getting really excited about some of these activities and her visit. The other thing is I don't know what this is going to fulfill for my summer book bingo. I got to really pay attention when I'm reading this. If anybody has any ideas of what this could fulfill for any of these prompts, there's a circus on the cover of it. Would that count for fair? It also has beach, shells, water, flowers. There are butterflies, I know, in this story, but I don't know about other things. Fruit, summer camp, sunset, reading, boat, iced, hot, road trip, fairs, outside, relax. Mom says maybe boats. So maybe we'll have to see if it's like, it needs to be a prominent portion of the book or a prominent thing within the book. So
It may not be in that first book. There is a travel.
So we'll have to see. We'll have to see if I can figure out how this might work for one of the prompts. I mean, it doesn't have to. Not every single book I read this summer has to work for my summer book bingo, but it would be nice if it did. It is late. It's about 11:30 and I'm exhausted, but I did get my 53 pages done. This is my 53 pages for tomorrow now, but I'm currently on page 347. So I'm halfway through at this point and I'm making progress. As long as I stick with my 53 pages a day, I will get this done in time for the live show, which is coming up rapidly. I did get a lot accomplished today, though. I finished my reading that I needed to finish for the day, like the time-wise. I also finished the Thursday Murder Club. Very, very exciting. And I'm ready to start A Curious Beginning tomorrow by Deanna Raybourn. And yeah, just a lot of little things that needed to get done around the house, a little bit of weed whacking, preparing for my trip that's coming up, other stuff like that. So I just felt like it was an accomplished day, even though I didn't get any physical activity in today. Hopefully tomorrow, with all the cleaning I have to do around the house that I didn't really get started on today. My friend comes in at 2:45 and we have plans for tomorrow evening fun plans, exciting plans. But that means I got to get everything done, including edit a video, get my reading done, clean the house before she gets here tomorrow. So that's my morning plans. That's what I'll be doing until it's friend time, playtime. It's going to be so much fun. She hasn't ever been up here before, so it's so nice that she's finally getting a chance to visit. If you like this video, give it a big thumbs up and subscribe so you can see what happens on day 21, second day of our summer bingo challenge. And Mom's plugging away. I am still plugging away at this, which will count for water. This won't get done in time for Tales from Two Trails, but it was supposed to work for water for that one because there's water on the front of this, and then it's all set on an island. So it will count this for water for my summer book challenge. So at least it's counting for that.